Oh, it gets easier every time. Cocking back this Matrix 380, that's my Excalibur workout. Guys, welcome back to Excalibur's Hunting the Backwoods. I'm excited about this hunt. Finally got my opportunity to come up here to the Hoards Hunting Camp where Dan and Taft and all the boys have been running for the last 4 years. You know, we're hunting a tree stand right now that's pretty famous. Last spring, Dan and Taft shot 2 bookie bears measuring 23 inches. Now, our famous guy, Jim Hoard, has told me, he says, there's another bookie on this bait. You know, it's fall time. They're trying to pack on the weight. These bears are trying to get as fat as they can. I'm pretty excited about getting one of these big fall bears from Manitoba on the ground. So I got to get in the stand real quick. Well, it's my first time up here at Hoards Hunting Camp and my first night in a tree stand. We get in, we get everything set up, just to see if I can get one of those big Manitoba giants that Jim manages for. Well, we're also up here trying out one of our new products from Buck Bomb called the Corn Holder. It's got sweet stuff, it's got corn, it's got oats, all the stuff that bears love. But of course, we've got the bear bomb set out because it covers our scent and it also brings them in close. Well, it looks like it's working, guys, because not long after we get settled in, here comes the first bear of the night. Well, the Buck Bomb products are doing their job, but the first bear that comes in is just a little guy. And after a short while, he heads off into the bush to make room for more at the bait. Guys, I know what kind of bear Jim Hoard produces up here, and playing the patience game is a key to really getting big results. Now, Jim likes to manage his bears. He's got the right genetics to grow them big. Now, these small bears, you got to pass on them because they have the potential to grow huge. Hunting big bears takes patience, guys, and I've got the shortest attention span ever. So I reach in my pocket, I grab my smartphone out to pass the time, when all of a sudden I hear a pop off in the bush. And guys, I'm hoping it's one of those big old Manitoba giants that we've got on trail cam. We got a nice bear coming in over here. He's about 80 yards out over there. He's a nice one. This is what I've been looking for, a big Manitoba bear. Now the problem is he's coming downwind and he's checking everything out at the bait site to make sure everything's cool. But he's still a far way off out there in the bush. So I get my Matrix 380 ready for the shot on this big bear. Guys, big bears are smart bears. They've been around the block a time or two and they know the ropes. You know, sometimes they'll commit to the bait or they'll just turn around and check the trail that they just came in on because their fear is getting whooped by a bigger bear. Now this bear has gone back the trail about 50 yards or so and it looks like he's getting comfortable over there.
Oh, they're scratching himself. Scratching his chin right there.
Oh my Lord. Boys, you know, this is my first night in the tree stand up here at Hoards Adventure in Manitoba. I have not been in a tree stand. It's 7:46 and I just hammered him with that Luminok. Guys, this Matrix 380, I just initiated on my first black bear up here in Manitoba. Jim produces big bears up here in Manitoba.
Well, I see a big old Luminok right there. I say Mr. Payne's been poaching on my bait. Can you believe it? 3 Boone Crockett bears from the same bait. It don't get any better than this up here at Hoards Hunting Camp, boys. Come on out of the tree and we'll cut our way into the bear.
This segment of Excalibur's Hunting the Backwoods is brought to you by XY Power Sports. Top quality, high performance UTVs that won't break the bank.
Holy cow! Would you look at that bear, Herman? Thank you, sir.
Congratulations, you shot yourself a bucky.
You know, this bear is my biggest bear ever, Herman. I've been hunting bears for over 10 years with Dan Wallace. And Dan has shot a lot of bears. Matter of fact, just last spring, him and Taff were up here and they shot a 593 and a 513. And this bear is over 5. This is truly the land of the giants, guys. And you know, this is my first time up here with Jim Hoards at Hoards Hunting Camp, and it was the first night in a tree stand. This 500-pound Manitoba bear stepped out at 7:30. You know, I used the Matrix 380 and he ran 75 yards and piled up, and we had a short drag.
Yeah, it was very close to the trail and worked out perfect.
When it's 90 degrees, I'm glad it was.
Thank
But
you.
guys, we'll get our outdoor edge knives out. We'll drag him over to the skinning table, and the real work begins.